Get this shit straight. As I sit back and watch this bullshit, I want to get y'all feedback. You got Trump, this, you know, cocaine politics, Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton. You got these crazy ass people sending letters with talcum powder or powder, baby powder to Trump's family's residents, threatening the daughter and all this shit. If he don't get out the race, something gonna happen to him. And, you know, news flash that came past the airwaves, social media. Then you got all these rallies. You ever notice whenever he goes to another state, violence follows him? Why is that? These things are staged. People, the media do not tell all the fucking truth, okay? You see social media, you got a bunch of people on here mentally fucking disturbed. They don't know what they're talking about half of the time. They're coming with fake possibilities, not real possibilities. It's a response to immediate action for idiots, you know, that needs to be ridiculed by people like me. You know, I can't fathom the thought of the situation at hand. You know, this internet is it's a blessing and a curse. You don't got the right parental controls, your kids can be going down a road of no return. It's stuff on this goddamn one-eyed monster that will destroy your mind. You know, if you ain't a strong person, you succumb to addiction and affliction of the mind. But we sit around, ha, things a joke, people get killed. You got these hackers non-stop hacking people's accounts, tracing people's IPs address, robbing folks. You know, we got a lot of stuff we got to contend with. You know, technology is convenience, but technology destroys the mind too if you don't use it in the right way. Just like anything. It's like drinking. Excessive, just keep drinking, keep smoking. Anything you do too much is a addiction. And this cocaine politics I'm talking about, people are addicted to like cocaine. They can't stop. It's like the crack epidemic. They sick. They hooked on this cocaine politics. Hooked. Believe in everything. Politicians lie. Rule of thumb. This is what they get paid for, to lie to you. Both sides of the track. But what is the infrastructure? What is it doing for your ethnicity? What is it doing for your culture as an Afro-American, as an Anglo-Saxon American? Is it doing anything for you? Is your pockets getting swole with cash flow? Or you living day to day suffering? Got to pay all these fucking bills off. Family going down the shit pipe with tubes of life. House in the red, almost out on the bricks. You gotta look at all that. You know, it's a good side to America, and it's a bad side. And two of them collide. And you will run into that. Now, how you gonna deal with that is on you. And you gotta live by a certain way, because that's the way they designed it. This is how the West was won. This is why I wonder why my race as black folks expect anything different. You know, we talk about Black Wall Street, we talk about this, we talk about economic infrastructure, but you know, as soon as we do that, we got to be ready for the repercussions. Are you ready for the repercussions? That's the thing. You talk all that day, you talk that day and night, but are you ready for the repercussions? You know, as I sit, drink this coffee, you see this dumbass snowman. Got me a Christmas joint, Christmas coffee cup. It's kind of weak today. Gotta buy me another motherfucking joint. Maxwell House. Well, get the day damn started anyway. You got goddamn People talking about these borders and talk about the immigrants or illegal aliens, all this bullshit. They human beings. They ain't no fucking immigrants. They humans. Ain't no different. If God ain't want to make Latino, he wouldn't have made it. Okay? He wouldn't created the race. You know? All you brothers talking about the Spanish man, because I'm a construction man by trade. All you black men using the Spanish man as your oppressor, meaning that you blaming him for taking your jobs. No. You don't want a job. Some of y'all don't want to work. So you don't want to work, guess what? Someone else will take your slot. That's not in your culture. Okay? And we have a problem of working together as black men. So don't even come back. Don't even try to come back with no shit on this channel, because we do. We have just a little facet of certain amount of businessmen working together, but as a large majority, fuck no. We don't got a lot. Black men jealous as shit, jealous of man's success, want to take his woman, want to eat all his food, want to drink all his liquor, want to use him, want to talk behind his back. I'm telling you, I know this from experience, and I know I'm pushing some fucking buttons because I know it's real. Motherfuckers give a fuck about their self-preservation. That's it. They don't get. I got mine, get yours, motherfucker. Telling you. That's how it is. All that keeping it real and all that's bullshit. Going back to your neighborhood after you made it, and then nigga put a cap in your ass. Same niggas you grew up with. Because they haven't got out. Because they don't have the guts to get out. They want to stay in a rat-infested, flea-infested, bed-bug-infested, motherfucking ratchets and people shooting each other day in and day out. And act like it's 1888 shit. You got libraries, you got various resources, you can educate yourself, but if you don't have to get up and go, you're fucked. You're fucked. Then you want to play the blame game. Woe is me, white supremacy, the white man, this is why. Well, keep crying, nigga, while the world pass you by, you old, fall out dead in the goddamn casket. Same thing goes with the woman. I'm not letting up. The gavel is not letting up. Not on all of my productions. Cocaine politics. What is it doing for you? You're getting high off the shit. You're going to OD off this shit. We always looking for someone to save us. You need to save yourself. All you gotta do is look at your situation. You know, all that waiting and praying, it's all good, but you gotta put one foot forward. You can't. He ain't gonna do it all. He ain't not gonna give you everything. At least you gotta try. Put some effort in it. I don't know. Fuck that. I mean, it is what it is, folks. We we tend to think this shit is a game. It's not. All this is just edging on a purge, to speak. You got black folks mad, white folks, Latino folks mad. Still certain cities and certain jurisdictions are being starved out. Money, jobs, occupations, all things of commerce are being sucked out of certain communities, and the communities left to fend for themselves. That is your Detroits, that is your certain parts of Chicago's, that is your Baltimore's, even the District of Columbia, even the District of Columbia, some parts, they do this. This is what gentrification does. This is what gentrification does. No one hardly want to talk about it. It is some talk about it, but it's not a main issue. And that's why you have you motherfucking youngins robbing, killing, stealing, and everything under the sun. Because they want the latest and greatest. Because we pump this shit over the airways. We pump this shit over these iPhones. These motherfucking social media outlets. If you don't got this, you ain't this. If you don't drive this, you ain't this. All that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't teaching how people to create the shit, how to build cars, manufacture cars, the ins and outs of trades, how to make clothes, seamstress and dressmakers and shoemakers and all that shit. Because you outsource that shit to third world countries and they work in them sweatshops. Pay them $1 and a quarter, $2 and a quarter. Then it comes over the fucking damn water, hit our borders, hit our docks, hit our bays, and you up the price 100%. And double and triple double the price to the consumers, which is damn idiots, like some black folks and some white folks buying that shit, and it don't even cost that much to make it. But this is what happens when you're not in the know. This is what happens when you ignorantly go by and don't study nothing. You're being fucking robbed. You're being economically stuck up. And it's been going on for years. And you wonder why you broke. Because you keep on falling into the trap. That's half the problem, man. You can't rise above nothing if you don't got shit to show for it and throw it out. Need to learn how to invest in something that can bring you lucrative money in the future, but live today, die tomorrow. This is the attitude. I got live life to the fullest. Okay, that's all those cliches and saying that's good. Live life to the fullest, but look, you can't live life to the fullest with nothing. So living life to the fullest means throw all your money away. Wait for a miracle to happen. Splurge. Knowing that you don't have certain commodities to compensate your status, which is your money flow. If you can spend $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in a club one night, and you're only making $1,500, $1,300, $1,200, you're a damn fool. Okay? This is what some of us do. Now, if you're getting bulk checks, like every first of the month, 60, 80 grand, 70, 80 grand, something like that, okay, you can do that shit. You can do that. Usually lawyers, doctors, people of high echelons and high society, they got money. They can throw money away, piss it away. They got coffers everywhere. They got bank accounts, Swiss bank accounts, investment accounts. They can do that. Okay? And they can live another day comfortably because they have money to compensate. They have money they can fall back on. And they got a parachute. See, they got that golden parachute. And some of us, we put the cot before the horse, you know what I'm saying? The fucking cot can't move, you know what I'm saying, without the fucking horse. You gotta hook, you gotta strap the horse to the cot so the cot can move. But we think an unmovable object, which is the cot, is gonna move with nothing that can move it. You gotta have the fucking horse. Meaning, we try to walk without crawling. You crawl. When a baby's born, it crawls. You know? Same old shit. Then when it crawls, the legs get stronger, or he or she, then they stop to walk. But we think we come out the womb, we just gonna walk. Or we think we just gonna have a fucking cart that's gonna push itself without the horse. Priorities backwards. But we on that mission to cocaine. We on a cocaine politics mission. We fail to realize. We on that cocaine, fucking politics, religion. We want to get high on the religion of the fucking politics. It's almost like a religion to some people, you know, the way they go at it. I look at some of it, then I look at my environment, then look at my state of being. I say, man, I gotta worry about myself, or I'm gonna be fucked up. We get so caught up in things that that some of that stuff they pass, some of the stuff they do don't even help you and your loved ones. This is why you must follow what's going on in your own life. I mean, not to say, not to look, you need to stay up on the current events to see what's going on. I ain't say stop looking at motherfucking TV, as far as the news and all the news outlets. All I'm saying is we get too hooked on this shit and get lost in the sauce and forget about reality. And have those people well off. You know, like I said, in order to keep the masses controlled, it must be confusion. And this is what they do. Violence is a must. Murder is a must. Drugs is a must. Stirring up the pot is a must. That's how the devil parties. This is the scheme of Lucifer. You know what I'm saying? That Damon man, that's what he wants. This is how he survives. This is how he lives, off of people suffering, chaos, destruction, purge. You know, but keep on, keep on lacing your shit up. Keep on getting your table full of lines, and you'll roll your paper up and snort you a couple toots. Because that's what y'all doing. Mentally, y'all getting high off of politics. And some of y'all, unfortunately, is falling for the game. Until you refrain from certain activities, as far as that, you're gonna be kind of fucked up. You gotta ask yourself, as an individual, is it helping you at the end of the day? I don't care who gets in the seat. If it's not helping you, that means it's non and void. That means it's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta figure out, you gotta look into yourself as a person. Take care of your life first and foremost. You come first, okay? Not fucking politics, but study politics, follow politics, but don't get hooked on politics. Because when you get hooked, that's when you lose sight of what you got to do as a person. You know, I have lived on this earth to see president leave, president come in, as far as the black people are concerned, the Afro-American is concerned, we still get scraps off the table. You know, we get a few little things, a few little programs, a few little laws passed, but the large amount of it, no. Remember this. We wasn't asked to be brought here. Okay? We was tricked. And the kingdom hood over there got tricked in the hood. You know, that's why we here. So, you think, I keep asking the question, you think the enemy is going to let us get so far in America without hitting the glass ceiling? It is a glass ceiling. I hope you know that. And you got to be prepared to fight, bottom line. And this is what people don't want to talk about. So they go around the issue, try to do it diplomatically, and try to do it on now. That's where it comes to a halt and a stop, and you're gonna have to fight warfare, and nobody wants to see that. But I'm telling you now, what I'm looking at now, they're trying to kick off something. Cops are getting killed, citizens getting killed. The ongoing legacy of all these mafiosos types, and the church is being attacked, and it's just ongoing. This is why you can go crazy. You can go to the mental institution if you let all the stresses of the world weigh heavy on you. So, you know what? I'm done, Dada. That's it.